Hey everybody, my name is Jade and this is my channel and I only have one post on it. That was just like a really bad song I sang to my friend to cheer her up. But I decided to make a video basically about my septum piercing and like, I don't know, like my process, my personal process and whatnot. Because a lot of people ask me about it and a lot of people like wonder like, if it hurt, how long does it take to heal, how do you clean it and whatnot. So I just decided that I'm gonna make a video about that. So I've had my septum pierced twice, and the first time actually one of my friends did it for me, but she pierces professionally, so that you know and I think it did hurt. Like, I don't know, I mean, I don't think it was that bad, but it was just like a quick sting, and so I think it was worth it and whatnot. But when I got it the first time, I had to hide it from my mom, so I had to flip it up. But it hurt too much to flip up, like, and I didn't want to flip it up because I was afraid I was gonna like get it infected or something. So I just ended up taking it out a few days after I got it and let it heal. And the second time I got it pierced again, and it didn't hurt. I don't know why, but it didn't hurt at all. I don't know if it's just me, but it just didn't hurt. And it actually, like, I feel like it took a while to heal. Maybe it's because it went through the scar tissue from the first one, but I feel like it just took longer than usual to heal, and it was always painful. Like, whenever I moved it, it had the little, like, when you get your septum pierced, you have little crusties around it. Like, let me show you. Okay, you get little crusties, like, around where the hole is, and whenever you move the whatever jewelry you have in, it feels like there's glass like going through your nose, and it's the most painful thing. Like, it's I can't even explain it. It's so painful. So most of the time, I just kept it flipped up so it'll heal, and then once it healed, I started flipping it back down. So I took like a good maybe 4 or 5 months for it to heal fully for me, and I mean, I don't regret anything. I think it's my favorite piercing. I think it's one of my only piercings that I'm going to have, like, permanently, for, like, a really long time, because I just love it. There's so many different jewelry options, and it's perfect, for work. You can flip it up if you need to. You can hide it. It's just great. And, alright, so, also when I got it pierced, how to clean it. I used Q-tips, and I used H2 lotion, like it's like a brand of like saline solution. So you just use that to clean it. I cleaned it twice a day, and whenever I was in the shower, I also cleaned it. And yeah, I mean, I think you should try to take really good care of it. Don't get it infected, because if it gets infected and it's already in your nose, and it's just one of those piercings that if you don't keep it clean, you're gonna get like the funk because it's in your nose, and that it just stinks really bad, and you're in a perfect place to smell the stink because it's in your nose. So I would advise you to keep it clean. And yeah, so I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Oh, don't change the jewelry. Like, right after you get it, do not change the jewelry, because first of all, it's painful as hell. Like, it's so painful. Like, I did that, like, and don't be stupid like me, because it was really painful, and I that's one thing I regret. Both times I changed the jewelry, like, really quickly after I got it, and yeah, it was really painful, and then yeah, that's how it gets infected, and it's just nasty. So yeah, I mean, I don't regret it. I mean, I love it. Me and my septum are best friends. And then there's also people are like, oh, but isn't there cartilage in that spot? And I'm like, sigh, no. Septum piercing goes through the sweet spot, not the cartilage. Like, the cartilage is a little further back. The sweet spot is like further up. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but some people, when they turn their head to the sides, their septum piercing is like really close to like the front of their nose. and that's where the sweet spot is. Like, that's not the cartilage, because if you pierce the cartilage, that's the wrong place, and the piercing is placed wrong. Like, it's just, no, that's not good. And mine, I think, is a little farther back, but that's just, like, where my sweet spot was. It didn't go through the cartilage, so, I mean, they're pierced at, 14 gauge, and, I think some people get them pierced, like, at maybe 12 gauge or 16 gauge, you know, it depends on what you want, but I decided to do 14 gauge just because 16 gauge is really small, and, I was planning to stretch my septum just a little bit, like maybe like one size to 12 gauge, just so I could buy like a septum mustache and I could just, you know, walk around with it. They only come in 12 gauge, so. But, I don't know. I heard that stretching your septum really hurts, so, I'm questioning it now. And, my mom was really, like, she really doesn't like any of my piercings, you know. She's like, oh, what are you stretching this time, you know? Because, I have 2 piercings on my left ear. My first holes are stretched to 0 gauge, and, on my right ear I have 4 piercings. So, you know, I'm still stretching my ears. I just, like, stopped for now. Because I want them to be really healed before I stretch, because when I stretched from 2 gauge to 0 gauge, like, it was really painful, and I know it's not supposed to be painful, so I know that I rushed to stretch, and I'm trying not to rush this time, so I'm going to wait a few months before I stretch to 00, and then my goal size is 7/16, and after that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might go bigger, I might not, I don't know. Cross that bridge when I get there. But, yeah, so, that's basically it, you know, questions, comments, you know, I have, like, an inbox thingy. I don't really use YouTube, but, somebody told me to make this video, so, yeah. Merry Christmas Eve, guys, you know, have a happy holiday, stay safe, you know, peace and love.